Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drifter Saloon. Ven Corbin here with another WWE Champions featured superstar. This weekend we had RKBro Riddle RKBro, and I will be going over what the community thinks and where we would be placing him on the tier list hypothetically if we were to be doing one. This time will not be anonymous. Everybody who gave me their review had said it was perfectly fine for me to showcase this, in which case I will be doing so. They're in alphabetical order, so we'll be going through all that. All 12 of them, I believe. 12 folks decided to give me their review, so absolutely fantastic. I appreciate every single one of those. And as usual, if you do watch this and you want to be a part of the communities, all of their Twitch or YouTube will be linked down below, so please check them out. It was very nice of them to be a part of this project moving forward. So, today's RKBro, Riddle, and we are going to start by jumping in with 2Bob, who gave us the first review. A little bit of backstory. I gave everybody a couple questions. First one being their favorite moveset. Second one being how do they relate to their other class-related superstars, this case being Tech. And then we gave them the opinion on trainer/coach ability. So Riddle is a coach, for those who are not aware. I'm going to actually take a quick second to flip this over. This is his coach ability. People are going to be talking about this very heavily, especially the generating black gems near the end. And then opinion on gear perks if applicable, which we do know that gears are applicable in this sense. I do have Riddle, so obviously it's going to showcase what I have, but when I do this in the future, I may do this off the portal or try to just pull the moves from inside the game. So yeah, first one being 2Bob. He started off by saying prior to 5-star gold, the sub bleed move, that's going to be the moveset that generally everybody is going to be talking about. The bleed and sub is the bread and butter for Riddle. And then 2Bob said that at 5-star gold, the random generate multi-gem finisher is pretty good. Related to other classes, very solid. He's just, gonna be one of those techs that are part of the power creep. Opinion on gear perks, I think they're solid gears, but the card is strong enough that he doesn't need them. So one of the individuals on here that doesn't think that the gears are going to be necessary. And then of course, I want to mention all their comments whenever they give one, and 2Bob's specific comment was, Riddle is a super consistent card with his movesets, even without the gears. Gets obscenely great at 5-star gold. Awesome. So, moving on, Davey D is next. Davey D was a lot shorter with his response, so I'm just going to go through his real quick. It's going to be his favorite moveset was the bleed and sub, and then whatever move fills those. So, again, very, very basic that we see. He said he wasn't good or better than the recent classes based on the bleeder sub combo, but he's mostly disappointed in the coaching ability. That's one that not many people said. Most people were pretty satisfied with the coaching ability. The fact that Davey D said he wasn't is different than most folk. And he said that he definitely needs the gears, at least the bleed one, to be viable. So, up next we have DJ Anon. Was awesome. Gave his review last second. He's very busy, but he was able to hit me up and let me know. He said the coaching ability is amazing. We're going to see that a lot. It's a must-use for power gems. His gears make him even better. I'm not going to say what he rated him, because obviously we're going to do that at the end. Brock is the one that tops Riddle. Riddle is just not as good as him. But constant bleed and sub can hold down anybody in tours, and he'll be a nightmare to face in a feud with sub and bleed perks. And we have seen bleed perks very much. Alright. Sorry, we have a lot of people, so obviously I'm going through this fairly quickly. I'm going to probably knock down the questions next time. So, Godflow, Riddle, I'm not going to say what he rated him, but the bleed and sub is the bread and butter for this character. He's a mix of a different techs. Kofi, Hall of Fame Honky Tonk Man, and he said Tech Cena. He seems to have a tool for every job. And Riddle does seem to have a lot of versatility from what it seems. Coaching is one of the top in the game, and he's become the new meta to beat fodder and tours. It is good to have somebody who could just throw on an extra, 7,000 damage on each power gem. Very good. Very, very good stuff. And then the comment that Godflow left was, can't believe they gave this card for minimal spending. Yeah, this weekend you could have got this card if you just played the game and spent very little. So up next is Goldie. Goldie wrote a novel and a half. She's super awesome. Please check her out. Her YouTube and Twitch, if I can get both of them, will be down below. She wrote a novel and a half. I might just put this out there for people to read. It was very good synopsis being typed up. I'm going to just jump to her comment first. And she said, love that he has options outside of needing the green gem generator trainer. So he doesn't need Rizar. But, oh, I lost it on my screen. The tag link with Randy is going to be nuts for Showdown, which Apex Randy it's a very good tag link. Either of them can go in the first spot without an MP trainer and be incredibly strong. Randy even more so with Riddle coaching him. In solo matches, the bleed sub combo will help Riddle punch up quite well. And that's one thing we always want to see from our characters is how well can they swing up against higher ranked characters. Can a 5-star bronze beat a 5-star silver, a 5-star gold? Things like that. Now I'm going to break down what she said. Her favorite moveset was the purple, green 1, green 2, because she has Rizar. But for those that don't, the blue 1, green 2 for those without. And then if you're going to do if you have the sub and the bleed perks, blue 1, blue 2, green 3. She didn't necessarily agree that Kofi was better than Riddle. At the mercy of multi-down coaches, that can always be a case. You're going to see that with different characters. Defensive perks will always play some sort of factor in this. But it's a hard class to be a part of with Motu Dragon, Mutant Hogan, Lumber Brock, Z-Edge, Kofi, Roman. Yeah, she lists off a ton of just really A-list, A-rank, tier 1 techs. Having any of those two is a situation in my opinion. Coaching ability, money, absolute money. She, again, another individual who's on the train of the coaching ability. But can you really judge these people? I mean, he's very good at being able to, at 9,000, being able to generate a black gem and do 7,000 damage on power gems. Super good. Gears, having 1 gear is absolutely clutch if you don't have Rizar. Otherwise, the 1 MP moveset is not as strong as it could be. And I feel like that's also a recurring mention as well. So, not going to mention what she rates him, but very good overall. That novel and a half, I can't tell Goldie how much I appreciate that. Great J-Man, favorite moveset. He also wrote quite a bit, so I'll be summarizing a lot of his comments as well. But he put the bleed sub combo as well. Compared to the other rates, he doesn't rate as highly as Dragon, nowhere near in fact, so J-Man's definitely a fan of Dragon going turn 1. But he's more on the line of Kofi and Texina. He's potentially a game-changing coach. Putting him on Steamboat and was able to beat a 4-star gold with 6,500 talent striker Steamboat with the Sid plate. That's really good. I personally didn't think about the Sid plate. That's very valid. Definitely, if you have time, check out all of the content creators and all the previews they did on Riddle, because I'm sure one of them did that. Opinion on gear perks, if applicable. He did say the gear was very solid and probably elevates him a tier if you have both. I know everyone was saying that forget the bleed, but during fuse with 200% bleed bonus, that's going to be ridiculous. It certainly will be. So that's summarizing what Great J-Man said. Again, thank you for being a part of this, J-Man. You're awesome. Gerson is next. G said he's, not going to rate him, but with either gear, since they're both aimed at specific movesets, he goes pretty much up 1. Whatever G rated him, he goes up if he has the gear for that specific moveset. Iron Sheik, again, a lot of different things. What I want to point out, something that Iron Sheik said is his coachability, his opinion, is a 15 out of 10. Like, that, he's on board with the coaching ability to the utmost degree. But he's not as good as a lot of the other techs that we see. Comments, he said that Riddle is a bit 50-50 for him as a standalone character. I think he's a solid borderline blank, and nothing game-breaking. Tagging with Apex Orton, they're going to be a very annoying team to face in showdowns. I haven't got to face one of those two yet, but it would be awesome to face a Riddle and an Apex Orton in showdown and see how bad that really is. As a coach, he's easily one of the best in the game and invaluable to many superstars, both great and mediocre. Merrick's short and sweet, just no MP use for feud is amazing. And as a coach, he put him as a 10 for coach, but that doesn't affect what he actually rated him. As good as it is in the moveset, sub-bleed, that kind of situation. So, Retro IC. So, Retro said, first thoughts is I forgot to mention this. Retro gave a very honest review, and I appreciate this. So, thank you, Retro, for, being a little bit on the other side of things. So Retro said first thoughts was he is overrated, though that's a bit biased as he's not a fan of Riddle. And that's fine, you don't have to be a fan of the superstar. He played a match and didn't feel like he was a good card. He went back and looked at it more and felt that he'd be a good trainer if you have the cards that you need to elevate him. He doesn't remember what moveset he used, but he believes it's the green, blue, and he only did it for that one. But overall, kind of overrated. He could be better if he has the correct trainers and stuff on him. So Sapper hit us with the he hit us with Showdown, the purple 1, green 2, green 1. Very good setup. The 1 MP move is always ready, and with Orton it can hit even harder. We're gonna see these guys in Showdown. That just seems to be the way to go for this. Compared to other classes, he's slightly better than Steamboat, equal to Brock. That's very interesting. I think Sapper's the first person to say that he'd be better than Tech Steamboat and equal to Brock. So, but very, very interesting take nonetheless. Top-notch coachability bolsters power gems like Z Triple H, Hall of Fame Booker, Hall of Fame Sarge, and Orton. Gear makes both movesets that he likes significantly better, but are not required for him to be top tier. And then, of course, comments, really great character. The 1 MP moveset recycles the main 2 moves. That really makes him great. So they will always be loaded and cause a lot of instant damage. And, I mean, 1 MP low charge moves are always solid with us. And Zinker, of course, awesome that we can have somebody speak from the Spanish community and give us a little bit of their insight. Zinker gave him a rating. We're going to skip past that. He doesn't do great damage, but he can recharge on its own, and that's important. The 2 blue moves and the submission green seem better, choosing blue to recharge and leaving 1 that is not achievable. The gear, it does good. Having both, it helps in bleeding, but otherwise in the movement, the other one helps the charge 1 move. It's not bad overall. His role as a coach is very good. It helps fighters like Orton, etc., etc. But they force him to raise it to 5-star silver, and that seems like his worst part. So you have to take him to 5-star silver to really get the most benefits out of Riddle, and that's honestly true. Some people don't want to put that many resources into this character. So, we've gone through everybody's reviews. I know it was very, very dense, so next time I might not ask as many questions, but everyone gave very stunning reviews. I'm going to say one more time, definitely check them out in the section down below. So let's go over here, and I want to show what everyone rated them. This is the big part where everyone gets excited. And everybody rated him as such, equaling out to an 8.125. In this case, I'm going to round down. To an 8, he would be on the upper end of a tier 2 character. Not even comfortably sneaking in at a tier 1.5. A lot of people love his coaching ability. A lot of people say that he can replace things like Hall of Fame Bree, because Hall of Fame Bree does that generate black gem kind of situation. But being able to have power gems being generated, have more power, and then have him generate black gems means that he's a step up as a character being able to generate gems and do something else instead. He's about an, so with him being about an 8.12, 8.25, Tier 2 seems to fit him very well. We have a lot of technicians, and one of my biggest complaints going into this is that he was a modern tech. We didn't need another one of these, and we did get one, so I appreciate the fact that he's as good as he is as a coach. I want to see him on so many different movesets, because I think that he can bring out things from characters that maybe we didn't see. Again, see Shinsuke Nakamura with the Sid plate. That's a really good moveset. But we're not sure if he's going to be viable, if the power creep is going to continue to keep him up there, or if he's going to fall to the wayside and just become somebody that you take up as a trainer / coach. I personally would rate him about an 8. Like I said, I love his coaching ability, but I don't think he'd be somebody that I would invest a lot of time into when there's other techs that are viable and honestly really great to play with. So, one of the last things I wanted to touch on going into this is everybody that contributed. They all gave their honest opinions, and if you look, Retro being at the lower end at a 6, we didn't see any... Oh, Sapper gave him a 10. So we've seen one at the lowest end and one at the upper end, but a lot of people said 7 and 7.5, things like that. We had a very good spread of this character. Moving forward, these are probably the people that I'll be sending messages out to, but if you want to be a part of something like this and you want to give your own opinion, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. The link's down below. We can always talk and chat, and I would love to be able to send this out to you as well. The next character, which of course I don't know who it is, I will have a featured character review for as well. Very excited to get this ironed out, probably knock the questions down a little bit and see what we can do moving forward. So, I appreciate everyone stopping in today, checking out the stream, checking out the YouTube video. Sorry, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/VenCorbin, but all of this separate. If you have your own reviews or your own comments you want to do, leave them down below. Let me know what you think. And of course, I'm open to criticism. If there's things that you'd want to see on this channel that are different, or maybe different questions asked about the Superstar, feel free to leave those. I'm not going to get mad about people leaving recommendations. We want to make this better for the community as a whole. So again, thank you for your time. Thank everybody for participating. And until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.